Finland is a country in northern part of Europe. The capital is Helsinki. It's in southern Finland, and in total, Finland has 5.5 million people living in there. In northern part of the country, there's a Lapland, which is also the home of Santa Claus. And if you don't know, Santa is the one who brings gifts to your children in the Christmas. Finnish nature is really beautiful and versatile. In winter, there's a lot of snow, and it can get up to minus 40 degrees. But for instance, during the summer, it can be plus 20 or even plus 30, and even during the night, the sun doesn't go down. Finland is considered to have the best educational system in the whole wide world and has been in the top of the rankings for many years. Also, Finnish food is quite exotic. You can eat, for example, reindeer, there's Karelian pie, lots of rice stuff, and also licorice.
After the general information you received, we'll go through with the interview now.
Welcome, Linda. Welcome in Rotterdam and in our school.
Thank you.
We have some questions for you about doing business in Finland. But first, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Linda Kaseva from Finland, and I have my own business in Finland. I work in sports industry. My business has been running now for 1.5 years. I put it on just before I graduated. I have bachelor degree in sports management.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what projects did you do?
I'm working in Lahti, in the Finland city that I used to live before Rotterdam, in the University of Applied Sciences. So I'm developing the sports facilities there, and then I got my own clients, like from companies and athletes who I train.
And what are the prejudices you when doing business in Finland?
Well, I think the biggest one is always that Finnish people are quiet and they're not saying anything.
Okay.
And I think that I don't consider myself or people I am living with like quiet persons.
Okay. What is very typical in the culture of Finland when doing business?
I think the very important thing is to know the times that you have meetings, because then you show that you respect others, and rather be before that time even on the place.
Yeah. You look a little bit informal. Do you dress formally, or is this not necessary during doing businesses?
If I go to like some bigger companies to have to discuss for my things for them, then I would put some like not sweaters or like my normal clothes, but I would never, because I work in sports industry, I would never put like fancy skirt on me, because that's not, I'm going to give like something different for the companies than only like you have to think your outfit, and like it would, I don't know how to say it. But maybe you get the point.
We get it. Okay.
What elements are required in order to doing business successfully in Finland?
Know the rules. That's been a lot to learn when I started my business, because there are lots of things that maybe, like the laws in the government for the entrepreneurs, they have to think only the big companies. And now, because there are lots of unemployment in Finland, the government is trying to make people like become entrepreneurs, so they could find job for themselves that way. But the laws are still bad for like small entrepreneurs like me, so there's not that much point to become entrepreneur before the laws would change a bit, but I did it.
Yeah,
and I'm still alive.
And what are can you say and what can't you say during doing businesses?
What are like the golden rules of communication when you do business in Finland?
Talk money like not first. Like first you have to get to know the people and be nice to them, and it's important to have the real relationships.
Yeah.
And then when you have like laughed and had a good time and talk about all the fun things, then you go to the business, and when you have like in hook the client, then you can start talking about the money.
Okay. You moved recently to Rotterdam. Was there like a culture shock for you, and did people here in Rotterdam accept you?
I think they accepted me really well, because people are speaking really well English here, like even the old ones
Yeah.
who I have talked to. And I think Finland and Holland are a bit similar places, and the weather is always raining, so it's like to be in home. But
Okay, is it different when a person from the Netherlands would move to Finland?
I think it would be harder to like get to know people
Yeah.
in Finland, because Finnish people, they know how to speak English really well, they know the English well, but because from the school they have taught to us that you have to know the grammar perfect before you can start talking. So there are pressure in people, and that's why they are a bit afraid to speak to strangers.
Okay, good. Now we have some question about the Lewis model for you. We
Yeah.
just show it for you for a second. So here it is.
Yeah.
Finland is located between the linear active countries and the reactive countries. The linear active countries are really the planners. People who are like, okay, we plan a meeting or we plan something and we do it step by step. And the reactive people in countries are like more the listeners in a conversation, and who they give their opinion, but like after they heard everyone else. And then we have the multi-active that are really the talkers. They talk and talk and talk, and maybe they don't do the plan like step by step like the linear active ones.
Yeah.
So Finland is located between the linear active and the reactive countries. Do you think Finland is located well in the model, or do you have another opinion on that?
I think it's done well. Finland is closer the linear active, and because when I think like doing business in Finland, people want to plan the meeting when you plan something, and then like it's from the old times that people everything is so slow very often, because
Now, to understand Finnish culture more, we are going to compare the Finnish culture with the Argentinian culture based on the Hofstede dimensions.
Thinking about uncertainty avoidance, Finland is quite high on Finnish people. We don't like to be uncertain about things, we like to plan things, and everything has to go as planned.
Argentina has large level of uncertainty avoidance because the economy is every time is changing, and for this reason the uncertainty in the persons are very high.
Finnish people are considered as between of long-term and short-term oriented people. We care about our past and traditions, but we also think about the future.
Also, Argentina don't have long-term orientation because the economy have very uncertainty, and for this reason the long-term plans are very uncertain.
Finland is considered one of the most equal countries in the world. Men and women have the same rights, same salaries at work, so it is really feminine country.
Argentine society is very masculinity because in the middle generation it's very common to see that the women are who stay in the house with the child or cleaning, and the men is who come with the money to the family, to give to the family.